competition to cooperation. So again, one of the seed, or one of the root that we all have grown up, especially in India, is again competition, competition, everywhere you go, we talk about competition. Every child, every parents want to be on the top, because it's a pressure from the parents saying that you have to be number one. So what, when you do that, just think about yourself. If you are actually operating from that mode, what is your frequency like? You're operating from the frequency of fear. So when you fail an exam, okay, when you fail an exam, what happens? Where is your frequency? When we looked at its scale earlier, where is your frequency? Here, when you fail an exam, you are in guilt and shame, isn't it? What are they? The lowest of all the frequencies, right? So this is where we are actually programmed in such a way that we can't come out of it, because it's deep rooted in ourselves. This is called a belief system again. So again, when we want to come out of that, what the only way we do is with cooperation. Think, everyone around us are equal as us. If we can cooperate with everyone, this is when we can actually come off that belief system. So for example, for business people, there is competition, they want to be the best, but then they're striving so hard in life, they're losing out on so many things, because if he's striving, okay, he can be number one, but then he's on the other hand losing, he's creating lot of enemies because of competition, right? So he's losing a lot in order to gain something. But then if you can move away from competition to cooperation, so in schools, for students, help your friends, you know let everyone excel just like you. Just don't think about yourself, help others to excel. So if you can come off that mindset of a scarcity thinking. Scarcity thinking is because again you're operating from that fear, right? If you can come out of it to cooperation, you again will see that abundance. So again, this is one of the reason I'm saying this is a code. I mean, this is again a belief system that you need to change in order to create abundance. Okay. And then dealing with distractions. So this is very important. So what happens in this current world? So we spoke about how our roots are from the childhood. We spoke about how the competition is. Now dealing with distractions. So the scarcity thinking in life happens because of media. This is something people do not know, but this is so important for you to understand. Negativity biased. These the media that you see every day on the news. Too much of negativity. It's biased information, because they really want to show you scarcity. They want to tell you, there's a lot of poverty in the world. They want to tell you that there is so many people dying out there because of COVID. Partly some of the information is correct, but then what they're trying to do is they're actually trying to scare you, because one of the insiders information is some of the people want to be the rulers of the world. So what they do, they try to control the whole world. How can they control the people in the world? Is through fear in them. That is how they do. So if you look at a toothpaste, they put fluoride in them. And they want to do this is because the pineal gland that we have, which is called the third eye or the Agna chakra, they don't want they want to actually suppress it. Because what happens when you're an enlightened person, you can see the world from that enlightenment state of mind, isn't it? When they can suppress that pineal gland, you will be always in fear. You will never be somebody who's courageous, right? So this is how media or the world controls people. So this is something you have to be very careful. So somebody said they wanted to actually get or admission in a very good university, which is absolutely fine, and that is something so easy to manifest. But then they cannot watch something saying that, oh no, only some people will be chosen for these universities. When you are actually trying to manifest something, and again you're driving yourself on the source of fear, they can't match with each other. So if you look at the scale, they're opposite to each other. And then when you are running from that mindset, your manifestation will not work. So this is so important. So come out of those media news, or don't spend time watching anything like that. That does not add any value to your life. You're just wasting your time. Okay. So when you're grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears. So one way to think of it is, whatever you have now, you have so much more to offer, right? You have more than enough at this stage. It's all that, it's a mindset you got to tune into. You will start seeing that, you have a gratitude list, write something that you are grateful for every day. You will see how big your list can be. So if you start talking, start thinking of what you have, or counting your blessings every day, you will be operating from the from the corner of abundance. And abundance is something that you will actually you'll be tuned into abundance, and a prosperity, whatever you want, friendship, again, having more than one friend is, again, abundance. So relationships, you will be welcoming all that into your life. So these are the three important things I want you to understand. These are the belief systems which you can actually work upon yourself. Okay. So finally, I think principles of abundance. We really, this is something that I really want you to understand. So how now this the final stages. How can you actually create or attract abundance into your life? So now, principles to attract abundance in life. So how can you actually attract abundance in your life? There's certain principles. Again, these principles which I'm talking to you today, these are the principles given by one or many of those masters who are actually the great masters in the world. So if you can apply these principles into your life, you would see that abundance is something that is flowing into you. You will see that joy, love, appreciation, gratitude flowing into you, and then eventually the prosperity, whatever you want, you will be welcoming that. Okay, so the first one, discovering yourself. So what we do every day, or what we do in life, is something that we do might not really be our passion. Okay, so we kind of do a job very uninterestingly sometimes. If you're doing a job that doesn't really interest you, you do it very uninterestingly. So then watch yourself, where are you operating at that stage, on that frequency? You'll be in one of those low frequencies because you're not really interested, right? So, but then whatever you do, then again, discover your passion. See, right from childhood, you might be very good at so many things in life, right? But then at that point in time, you might not had an opportunity to pursue that as a career, probably, right? So now it's a time for you to reinvent yourself, discover yourself. Just have a think about what is that you like in life. For example, some people love music right from childhood, but they wanted to be a musician or a singer, but they never had an opportunity. But then it is a time for you to think of it. Maybe is it something you can pursue? Or maybe some people like gardening. So you might not do that professionally, but just enjoy. The whole point of doing these, following these principles is we want you to get to that high frequency mode, in that we saw on that scale, where is that joy, happiness. So if somebody, for example, somebody loves painting, so they put their heart and soul into that while they're painting. When they look at that picture, they, the artwork they're doing, they see so much of love, joy, happiness brimming to them. Why do they find it? Because that's their passion. They love doing what they're doing. So when you can tune into something that you love, that is when you can actually create prosperity. Prosperity is just a byproduct of abundance. So when you have abundance, you prosperity will just follow, right? So I can give you my own example. I mean, my profession is completely different. I'm a chartered accountant. I work in IT. That's completely different. So now I have tuned into my passion. I like teaching. I teach young children. I like delivering sessions. I like this is what I like doing. So now I have found my passion. Now I see that abundance is just flowing into me, because abundance, again, as I said, the means of how abundance flows into is through joy, happiness. As I'm teaching you, I'm feeling so happy. I'm in the state of joy, right? I'm in the state of happiness. I'm state of gratitude for Veena, who's given me this opportunity to come and speak here. So I'm expressing all that. So what am I sending into the universe? I'm sending that electromagnetic signal into the universe that yes, you know, I'm so happy, I'm so grateful for what I have. So what happens then when I'm talking, I'm sending that signature, the universe, the law of attraction kicks in, right? And universe is going to send more and more opportunities for me to be grateful for. Okay. So, this is how law of attraction works. So find your passion. The reason I said this example is for you to understand what is that makes you happy? What is that you're passionate about? So, it could be, like I said, singing, dancing. I mean, that's again something you can, people love doing it. They might not have done it, but again, you can do it now. It's never too late to raise your vibration to that state that you can be really happy about. And then, probably it is something you can even convert that into a career. So, people might say, okay, I love, probably somebody might come to me and say, I love your sessions. I want to, can you do a life coaching for me? So again, that is again a way for me to, welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. And likewise, you could do the same thing. Okay. One great example I wanted to hear is Sir Richard Branson. I'm sure everyone knows who he is one of the multimillionaire entrepreneur, and he's a visionary. So I went into business to make money, but I found that if I have fun, money will come. So he basically started his business because he loved doing what he was doing. So money is something that will automatically come into his fold. So here we do not want to go into business just to make money, but do something that you enjoy. That is when money will obviously flow into you, right? That is the first principle. And the next one, giving without expectation. So most of the time, I mean, we have seen even in a Hindu scriptures or even in Bible, giving 10% of your income to somebody for a spiritual cause, that will come back to you in many fold. So, this is something people do know, but people do not actually follow. But here, what I'm telling you today is, you might not give money. Money is again something, it's you can do what you like, but you can give your time, you can give, help somebody physically. So this is something you are doing for somebody without expectation. But then, universe is going to just replicate, or unlimited abundance into you when you do a simple act of kindness. So giving somebody without expectation is an act of kindness. So you don't really need to just do money, but you can also give your time. You can help somebody with your, whatever capabilities you have, or you can help somebody, teach somebody free of cost. So these are the little things, random act of kindness which you can do, which will again bring abundance into your life. So this is what I really want you to remember. So this is so important that, giving again will bring unlimited abundance into your life. Okay. And the next one, alignment with the divine inspiration. The third principle, alignment with a divine inspiration. When we always think that, somebody, opportunities doesn't come our way, and we think that, okay, we might not, I'm lacking something. But, the universe, just remember, universe is always there to help you. So listen to yourself, your intuitions, your gut feeling. So the divinity speaks through you, through your intuition. This is something you have to understand. Sometimes you might not take advice from other people, but the divinity, when you're walking, or when you're doing something strikes your mind. Oh, what if I can do something? What if I can start my own business? Don't, just neglect that intuitions that comes, because we all human beings have that power of intuition, but we never listen. We're too busy because we're doing so many things in life, that we don't even listen to our own self. That is why we say meditation is so important, because it's only through meditation your intuitional abilities will get enhanced. You can actually listen to your own self only through meditation. So this is something for you to really remember. So alignment with a divine inspiration. So what that means is being with your own self, be in alignment. So what is a divinity? Divinity is that source energy. What is the source energy within us? Is a breath, isn't it? So because we are alive only because we are breathing. So when you connect with your breath, what happens? You are connecting with the source energy. When you are in connection with your source energy, you have to remember all your capabilities will get enhanced, because you are doing meditation, you're freeing your mind from all those negative thoughts, and then you are welcoming or enhancing those intuitive abilities. So when I said that, again, this is something that goes hand in hand. Universe is always trying to help you. It's, you have to understand that universe is always trying to communicate to you in the form of whispers, messages, numbers, synchronicities, and coincidences. So some people might have heard about angel numbers. I recently got so much connected with these angel numbers, because whenever I look at something, I see those connection 11, 11, 2, 2, 22, 22. These are called angel numbers. There is a significance of what that number means, so you have to go and understand or look for what that. So universe is always trying to communicate in one form or another. So one of the friend might come and tell you something, or you are reading a book and you see something that resonates with you. So it could be an idea where you might want to start a business, or maybe you want to sort of change your profession, which really passionates you. So that will come to you through those whispers. Universe is trying to tell you something. You have to tune into to listen to those whispers, what universe is trying to tell you. So it can be in the form of messages, numbers, synchronicities. Synchronicities means, again, those coincidences. We think it's a coincidence, but it is actually something that the universe is trying to deliver you. So this is called synchronicity start happening once you tune into the universe. So again, so when, for example, you had an intuition, okay, do something, why you're wasting your time? Why don't I start my own business doing artwork? It can be something. Sometimes your intuition tells you, as soon as you have that intuition, act on it. Because no matter how big or how small it is, this is how universe communicates. You have to remember that. Nicholas Tesla, one of the great scientists, he says, if you want to understand the secrets of universe, understand energy free in terms of frequency, energy, and vibration. This is only three things the universe will talk to you. So again, so every opportunity, take every opportunity, whatever it can be, in order to that intuition that you had, just take that as an opportunity and implement it straight away. Because once you don't implement, it's gone. It just can never connect to the universe. So this is what you have to just bear in mind, that you act on it immediately, no matter how small or big it can be, right? And clarity of mind. So clarity of mind, again, this is again the most important principle. We spoke about abundance codes. How can we, let go of those abundance codes, reprogramming ourselves now, right? We said that, we are driving from that consciousness of lack and scarcity, right? And fear. But now we need to let go of that. And now we need to understand clarity of mind. How can you actually create abundance in your life? Now you need to understand, what is scarcity. What is that mindset I'm having right now? Am I thinking from the source of fear, scarcity, and lack, or am I thinking from the source of consciousness of happiness, joy, and abundance? This is the most important slide for you to understand scarcity versus abundance mindset. You need to come off that scarcity mindset, like I told you before. You need to come, the think of it in abundance. Everything, think of it in abundance. There is much more to come your way, and it can be welcome. See, again, here it says, welcome competitors, make larger and stronger. See, don't fight just with yourself. if you want to have an abundance mindset, move away from competition to cooperation, because you can better yourself, or you can actually increase anything manyfold when you are in cooperation with others. I think there's one of the statement from Ratan Tata who talks about, if you walk alone you can only walk the distance, but if you walk with the crowd you can make a bigger impact in life. So this is something you got to really really understand. Move away from that scarcity mindset and move into this abundance mindset. Always think big, because okay, for example, I say I want to be a millionaire. I'm saying with words, but deep inside there is a fear in me. Probably, I don't mean I have it. Somebody might say, "Oh, I can't." Just middle class people. So this is coming from your fear. That's the roots. We are grown up with. Is that fear that we have? So we need to just come out of that and have that abundance mindset. So always be optimistic of future, because the future is yet to come, and you can actually contribute. Just imagine, as we spoke about earlier, in terms of energy, we are the co-creators, right? We create our own reality. And there's a lot I've covered in my previous session, based on quantum physics, where we spoke about there's unlimited opportunities in the quantum energy field. So anything is possible. Everything is possible, as long as you're tuned into that frequency, and you're tuning your emotions, feelings. How are you managing your emotions, feelings, and your thoughts? That's again so important. So just quick one is that, move away from scarcity mindset to abundance mindset. Always welcome everyone. you know Build trust with everyone, in your community or your friends, because if you're operating from that a scarcity or fear mindset, you are again not going to attract abundance. So this is something for you to really importantly understand it. A flow of happiness and abundance will manifest when you have reached the deepest level of yourself. Again, this is by Deepak Chopra. So again, Deepak Chopra, I'm sure you all know who is. I don't think I need to give an introduction. So he's again talking about deepest level of self. It's only when you connect with your own self, thinking of you and understanding your deep self. Where are those roots of fear coming from? How can I overcome those fear mindset? All that, it's a inner work. We call it as inner work. You got to do all that in order for you to have that flow of happiness and abundance, and manifest whatever you want in life. Self-love, I think I a little bit of intro about self-love earlier. So what is self-love then? And self-love is the great way of abundance. So self-love is something, so loving yourself unconditionally, of whatever you are now, no matter what you are right now. But you got to make sure that you love yourself unconditionally. So most of the people fail to do this, because we have never been taught in our education system, or by the environment, or through our childhood, to love ourselves. We always been told to actually give importance to others, to do the best, to do give importance to others and put ourselves last, which is absolutely fine. But then putting ourselves first is actually not a vanity, it's a sanity. So it is extremely important. Louise L. Hay talks a lot about self-love, because if you lack self-love, you're going to attract everything, sort of all ailments and diseases into your life. Because self-love is loving yourself unconditionally. Thinking self-worth about yourself, you have to think that you are worthy, right? Only when you feel you're worthy, that is when you are actually going to create abundance in your life. If you don't think you're worthy, you can't. So the previous example I gave you, if you want to be a millionaire, you have to think you're worthy, right? If you don't think you're worthy, you can't, right? You have to consider you are worthy. And again, as a human being, every human being has that infinite potential in themselves. and they are the creators of their own destiny. So you have to think, yes, I'm worth it, I want to create it. And that is when you can actually attract abundance or create or manifest anything in your life. Okay, love yourself more. There's so much of information out there, about how you can love yourself. Put yourself first, and don't put yourself last, and speak to yourself compassionately. So most of the people think, okay, I'm fat, or I'm too thin to look good. But it really doesn't matter how you are, how do you look, and how what capabilities you have. But self love is something just accepting yourself as you are, no matter how you look, how you feel, or whatever it is. But accepting yourself. When you love yourself, then you love your body. So when you love your body, then every just remember, every cell in your body has consciousness. Every cell in your body is responding to your thoughts. Okay, we have some trillions of cells in your body. When you put a thought in your mind, oh, I'm not worthy, think what happens to your body on that frequency scale we just looked at earlier. Yeah, remember the frequency scale which we looked at earlier, when we are thinking, oh, I'm not worthy, I don't look good. What is the frequency? So when you're saying I don't look good, what are you thinking? You're guilty, you're shame, isn't it? You're feeling ashamed of yourself, right? So where is your frequency at this stage? You are vibrating at a very, very low frequency, one of the lowest frequencies that you can have, which is much lower than fear. Can you see? So it is so important. It's so ever so important. That is why Louise L. Hay talks a lot of self-love, and this is something for you to really understand. The most important thing you have to do is love yourself first before you can actually love others. It's so important to love everyone, but you have to love yourself. It's only, so imagine if you have a glass of water, until if only if your glass is full, you can, that a cup is full, it will overflow into a saucer, isn't it? So you can give love to others only when you have enough love within your own self. So that is why self love is given so much of importance. One of the key things that you have to remember, in order to have a good health in life, you have to have self love. Do something that you love. Do something that you're passionate about. What is that is stopping you to love yourself? Just try and understand that. Talk to yourself with compassion and pity. We tend to ignore that. Talk to your body. It's called body dialoguing. Talk to every part of your body. Be grateful, express gratitude to your body parts, because they've been serving you so much. So body, when you start loving yourself, the body parts, like I told you an example of a small child is being pampered, see how happy he is, or he or she is happy. Just like the same way, your body is going to be so happy. It's going to acknowledge the love you're sending to your body, to that body part. So if you probably have a leg pain or something, touch that part and say thank you, I love you, because it's done so much of service to you, and we have never had a time to acknowledge that, right? So if you say thank you and I love you, see that change. You will definitely see some change in your pain. It will start easing off the pain because you're putting that attention to that body part. Okay. And the next one is challenge to opportunity. So most of the people think, oh, I'm having challenges in my life. I'm not able to, do something what I want. So don't limit yourself. Just don't limit yourself, because when you limit yourself to these challenges, you are actually depriving yourself from an opportunity. So imagine if you have a challenge at work, you have to do a presentation in a very limited time. So it's a challenge for you at that point in time. But then what happens at that point in time? You will find some new ways to deliver that presentation in a short span of time, right? So you will find some shortcuts, isn't it? That nobody might not know. So that is an opportunity for you to improve yourself, isn't it? So we would have faced many challenges in life. In the same way, just think of those challenges that you faced in your life, and then see how you overcame it, and then what was the opportunity that you had. Because if you talk about many people in life, I mean, I can go on talking on that, but just in the interest of time, many people, many failures in life, or those big people like, Albert Einstein, and then you can name it. I'm just not recalling the names, but in one of them is Albert Einstein, who failed many, many, many times. He even talks about it. He thought, when he failed and failed, he thought there is something that he needed to only when he went into silence and introspected himself through meditation. That's when he had the answer come to him. So again, challenges are your opportunities to grow. So never limit yourself to these challenges. Let them come in. So again, we spoke about law of allowing, right? This is again very much goes hand in hand with that. So if you don't allow these things come into your life and you resist them, law of attraction will not work. This is so important. People do not know this, but this is so important for you to understand. You have to allow everything that's coming into your life. It could be a challenge, or it can be anything really. Just allow it. And then you will see opportunities, and you'll see there's more and more scope for improvement in life. Okay. Again, gratitude for everything. So we spoke about gratitude. I think gratitude is something we can keep speaking about, because this is so simple, yet so simple, but yet so powerful. So gratitude for what you have. So coming from that abundance mindset, right? So you might have faced many, many challenges in your life at this stage, and you want something better. But look at the things, instead of looking at something that you do not have. Okay, put your focus on what you have right now. Okay, if I'm talking right now, I should be grateful that I'm able to speak, I'm able to communicate, I'm able to have some great friends like you who joined this session, right? And I should be very grateful to the technology we are using, Zoom. I should be grateful for Veena for giving me an opportunity, right? And I'm grateful for all those great authors who's given that information to us, which I'm able to pass on to you by reading their work, right? This is the books that books they've written. So I should be my just for one sentence, if I'm able to tell you so many things right now, it is so much of I'm putting so much of importance to what I have right now, just on that. So if you think about what you have, so again, make a gratitude list every day. Express gratitude to whatever you have. So again, when you express gratitude to what you have right now, what is that you're doing? Think of that frequency terms. You are in the state of happy and joy, right? Then what are you sending out to the universe? You're sending out that electromagnetic signature into the universe, saying that, oh, I'm happy, I'm grateful, I have everything what I need, more than what I need, right? So what will the universe do? It is a law of attraction again, and the reflection. It will bring those even back into your life, which you will be grateful for, right? So it's so important. Gratitude is so simple, but then people tend to forget. They take everything for granted, and they put all that energy, instead of putting on gratitude, into that scarcity mindset, thinking, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. They might have 90%, they might not have 10%, but they put all that energy into that 10%. That is why people fail in life and they don't attract abundance, is purely because they're operating from that scarcity mindset, and they're not expressing gratitude of what they have currently. If you start writing today, write a list. This is again, just because I've covered a lot in my previous sessions, I didn't want to repeat it. But then again, have a gratitude list every day. Express first thing in the morning, the moment, Rwanda Byrne, one of the greatest author who wrote The Secret, talks about, as you wake up in the morning, you put your foot down and you walk into your to your washroom. You should have said 100 times gratitude, because there's so many things you can be grateful for. You can be grateful you are breathing. First thing in the morning, you wake up, you're breathing. I'm grateful for that. You are able to see, I'm grateful for that. Express gratitude to your bed, which you slept on, and on your, and on your pillowcase, everything, and everything you express gratitude. This is the secret, okay, to attract abundance, is sending out that electromagnetic signature. What is that you're sending out? Be grateful for that. That is when you are drawing that event back according to quantum physics we spoke about last time, sending out that electromagnetic signature into the universe. And then thoughts are electric, feelings are magnetic, right? We bring that event back into our life. Okay, so where attention goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation begins. Principles of quantum physics we spoke about last time. So this is so simple, but please follow this. You will see wonders happening to your life. This is what gratitude is equal to abundance. And then next principle, take every opportunity to help others. So again, I did tell you earlier, coming off that competition mindset to cooperation. So God has given us two hands, one to receive and the other one to give. So just help whatever possible in very small way is also fine, because when you help others, what is your feeling? Just think of it. You're feeling happy, joy, right? So when you're feeling happy and joy, you're feeling abundant. So what will happen? Again, principles of quantum physics, bringing back those events into your life. So take every opportunity to help others. You can have everything in life you want if you will just help other people get what they want. And Zig Ziglar is a very good author. Again, he's saying that you can get what you want only when you help others. Again, it's again sending out the positive vibes into the universe, and you are bringing those events back into you. Everything will manifest whatever you want, but only when you do this, follow these principles. These are very precious, these principles, again, the universe, laws of the universe, and associated by practicing these principles, you can achieve everything in your life, right? So take that opportunity to help others.